This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
So we're here, Makom Menuchasai of Moses Montefiore, Moshe ben Yosef Eliyahu, Zechroinam Levracha, L'chai Olam Haba. Rabbi Yosef calls him Tzaddik. So he was a man whose heart beat for the Jewish people. We know Moshe Rabbeinu stood 10 amos tall. Paro, on the other hand, was very short. Maral says this is an allegory to their spiritual greatness. If Moshe was so tall, that means his spiritual greatness was towering. Sir Moses Montefiore stood over 6 feet tall. Now, today, in 2021, 6 feet tall is tall. 150 years ago, 6 feet tall was extremely tall. We were just in York. Part of the way that they knew that one of the cemeteries was a Jewish cemetery is because they saw the skeletons were shorter than, the Jews were slightly shorter than the rest of the population. And back then, 150 years, back then, times that was extremely short. So going back 150 years, if he was 6 feet tall, that was extremely tall. And he lived over 100 years. And this also, we could say, allegorically symbolizes his greatness of heart for the Jewish people. Just to talk about some of his practices that I think will be meaningful at this location. Legend has it that sometimes he would take out a little book on his right side and write something in it, and then he would take out that book again and write something in it, and sometimes he would take out a book on his left side. And when asked, Moses, what are you doing? He said, actually, in the business world in December, at the end of the year, a businessman makes an inventory on their profits, their earns, their losses for the course of the year. Well, every time I do a mitzvah, I do a good deed, I help another Jew, I think about how I could be of benefit to my community, I record it in the book on my right side. Anytime I say something that's not fully accurate, anytime I do something that doesn't meet up to my standards, I record it in the book on my left side. Every Chodesh Elul, I take out the books and I read them, and I see, do I have more merits or more demerits? And when I see I have more information on the right side than on the left side, I am besimcha, I am happy that I know God will write me in the book of life. I mean, this is a practice of one of the tzaddikim, somebody who kept a cheshbon hanefesh of everything that he did his entire life. And that's pretty remarkable that he had that practice. Legend has it that in the basement of his palatial home he kept a coffin. And every night he'd go to sleep, he'd put on his burial shrouds and lie in it for a while. He is reputed to have said that it is very good in eliminating arrogance. Whether the story is true or not, we don't know. But they don't say it about everybody. That was the kind of esteem he was held in the Jewish people. In other words, he was recognized not only for his generosity and philanthropy, but his personal character and his humility, his genuine humility and yiras shamayim. And someone of his caliber of wealth to be held in the esteem for that level of yiras shamayim is rather impressive. If I could read to you from his diary, his last moments in this world, it was very powerful to me. Day after day, this is the diaries of Sir Moses and Lady Montefiore. Day after day, whenever I saw him, this was his attendant, he would say, "Have I anything more to do?" Moses Montefiore would say. "If so, let me do it. Is there any check to be written for charitable purposes? Tell me, and I will sign it the moment I am able." This is the way he lived. What more could he do? What more tzedakah could he give? Who more could he help? On being assured that I would not hesitate to remind him, but that up to the present he had discharged all of his self-imposed obligations in connection with benevolent institutions, when he was told, yes, he's fulfilled all his vows, he would raise his hands heavenward and say, "Thank God for having been able to do so." Relatives and friends now arrived. All his faithful attendants entered to take leave of their good master. We recited part of the daily morning service. My God, the soul which thou hast given unto me is pure. Ata yatzarta, ata barasa, ata nafachta bi, v'ata mishamra b'kirbi. This is the tefillah they said in his closing moments. V'ata asid litla mimeni. God, you are destined to take my soul from me. Ulhachazira bi la'asid lavai. So long as my soul continues within me. Moida ani lefanecha Hashem Elokai v'Elokei Avaisai. Sovereign of all creations, Lord of all souls. And then we all said together, Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. With the last word, Echad, his soul took flight to heaven. He died saying the word Echad. The heart which beat so warmly for all that is good and noble had stopped forever. Serene calmness, peace, heavenly peace lay upon his countenance, lit up by the glorious sunset of a life illuminated by the love of God. We all responded together, Yehi Shem Hashem Mevayrach Me'atavi Ad Olam. So, b'makam menuchasai, we hope that our tefillah at a place of an individual who really gave up his life and comfort to help the Jewish people. He saved so many Jews, so many communities. He helped build the heart of Klal Yisrael. He helped build Yerushalayim. We hope all of our tefillos should be neskabel, barachamim, uveratzaim. Oh, we're going to say 2 kapitlach together.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.